Hi guys, I just wanted to give you a quick recommendation on inflatable hot tubs like jacuzzis and these things what you see here, if this is a good thing to buy or not. Of course, depending on your situation, and there are a couple of different situations when you want to buy it. Maybe you go just into vacation rental for 2 weeks and you have a lot of money and you don't care, and there is no jacuzzi and you just want one for 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, you could buy something that would definitely work, but usually people want to buy it for a couple of years or a couple of seasons, and some people I heard have been thinking about buying it for their children so they can play around during the day and like the parents can enjoy a hot tub in the night, especially when it gets a little bit warmer now in the spring and the virus is around and you have to entertain your children at home. I mean, a pool could be something, and this is could be like some combination of a pool for children and hot tub for adults at night. I mean, when you look at it, and yeah, you could really be tempted to buy it and use it this way. There are a couple of considerations and important things about that. So you have to really think about the total cost. I mean, the cost starts pretty low. They start at around $300 or so and go up to about maybe $700 or $800, maybe $1,000 even for an inflatable one. We have been buying one for about $350 and it has been doing good so far. Yeah, I would definitely say that you already can, for $300 or $400 you can get one in decent quality. By the way, we have been buying an Intex, not the smallest one but not the biggest one. I think, yeah, it was a 77-inch, something like that, and it was pretty good for up to maybe 4 person, but yeah, it's pretty tight, of course, with 4 person. With 2 or 3, especially for 2, it's really relaxing. 3, yeah, and 4, yeah, it can be okay for one evening, but I wouldn't do this every day. So the main considerations here from my side are the price. Yeah, when you buy the thing, you have to think about, you have to buy more than that. You want to have maybe a seat, because sometimes you sit pretty low. Then if you are not 7 feet tall, you probably will need some kind of seat. Yeah, something like that. I've already made a video about that. I mean, I have, by the way, a lot of videos about the Intex Pure Spa 77 inches, and if you're planning to start with that, could be a good source. I've been making videos about how to put it on, how to maintain everything, how or what the other things to buy and so on. You can see, yeah, here the seat. Yeah, again, you need a seat. You probably will need also a pool light. You need additional filters. You will need a lot of stuff. I would say in total that can be easily $100 on top of what you see here. That's one thing. Then of course we have the maintenance cost. I mean, maintenance, yeah, there are new filters to buy, there is some pool chemicals to buy, pool testing or water testing strips, and some things. It's not a lot, but also you have to think about electricity to heat it up, to run the pool pump and to heat it up. I would say, yeah, you can, if you're just running the pool, maybe that's $15 a month. If you have to heat it up in moderate temperature, then maybe $30. If you want to heat it up every day in winter, like in Chicago up to the north, yeah, every day, yeah, that's gonna cost probably $100 or $200, even though it's pretty good insulated. But if you have too high temperature difference, then it still cools down. We even had it in Florida. When we heated up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, next day we had to heat quite a lot to maintain the temperature here. So yeah, still, even, yeah, if you plan to do that in Florida winter, I would say $30 or so at least per month additionally to run this thing. Yeah, and then regarding heat up, that's one of the biggest thing here. Yeah, you cannot compare this heater here to a normal heater with which you have in a normal pool. I mean, this thing is only heating up through electricity. There is nothing else. I mean, with a normal pool you have either gas or you have heat pump, which saves you a lot of electricity or is increasing the power. So if you had like a gas or heat pump here, you could easily heat the thing up pretty fast, but since there is only electricity, it will heat up very slow. If you think you can use that during the day for children, have it maybe on 80 degrees Fahrenheit and then increase the temperature in the evening to maybe 100 degrees Fahrenheit to use it for adults, that's not gonna work. Based on my experience, it takes about 1 hour to increase the temperature by 1 degree Celsius or 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Could be a little bit more or less depending on the heating which you have installed and the amount of water. So usually it's around 200 gallons and the heat is really low. When you sitting in there and you have turned the heat on, you can barely feel heat coming in. It's so slow. So it's not just like you're coming home, you think, okay, the spa is or the hot tub is cold, but let's have dinner and turn on the heat before, and then after dinner we can enjoy the hot tub. No, that's not gonna work. No way to do that. I mean, as long as it's cold before, yeah. Then next topic, a hot tub maintenance. I mean, chemical maintenance. That's also one of my videos which I've been recording and showing on YouTube. You can see there is a lot to do. I would say, yeah, it needs about 5 minutes at least every day, about 5 to 10 minutes. This is what I've been spending in time to, yeah, just start a pool pump. Usually these things, they don't have like a timer which turns on in the morning. Maybe that's something to consider. If you buy something, really make sure that you have a timer which turns on the pump and turns off the pump automatically. Here I had to do it on my own, and then I was going to check the pool chemicals. I was not checking everything. It's really hard. I can tell you it's really hard to keep pool chemicals or these hot tub chemicals in balance. You have to think about it's only 200 gallons, and if 4 persons are in there and sweating and yeah, they're coming home, maybe didn't have shower, just jump in, it's a huge challenge for the chemicals. And I was also every day, yeah, filtering the things out, like small stuff. You have it almost every day, even if you're not using the spa or the hot tub, there's always something. So I was filtering that for a little bit to keep it clean. And yeah, chemicals, I was just balancing like the chlorine, the pH, and I think I didn't even balance the alkalinity. So this is pretty hard to do, I can tell you. I've been trying with chlorine taps which have all the chemicals, or yeah, like especially they can release the chlorine slowly. Yeah, it didn't work. So usually it was either not releasing enough chlorine, or it was releasing too much, and we haven't been able to use the hot tub then. It was super difficult. So at the end I was just putting in a little bit of shock powder every day. That was the best thing I was able to do. So yeah, here you can exactly see what I've been doing. I was just using a little bit of this shock every day, and that did the job the best. With the tabs, yeah, never ever really worked. And so I was checking just basic things, and let's say every 2 months or so I was draining then the whole water and cleaning the hot tub. Yeah, this is something which you should not underestimate. It's quite a bit of time here. Yeah, I think I've been writing takes 3 minutes. I mean, the video is 4 minutes. Yeah, I mean, that's a normal day. That's when nothing happens, like no rain. If you have rain on top of this thing here, I mean, you should have it closed the whole time, because without the lid it won't be possible to bring it on temperature. Yeah, and also you want to protect it from additional dirt, especially when it's raining. Yeah, there would be a huge mess usually inside, and even more to clean. So I had this lid on, but that means when it's raining, it's collecting a lot of dirt, and you cannot just remove. You have to pump off the water with a hose, and that takes additional time. So it's quite a bit of maintenance, I can tell you. Yeah, so I stopped the video because before you get seasick. So by the way, here you can see the seat. We didn't have these head holders, but cup holders for like a beer or so. Yeah, I mean, there is not everything just on the negative side. Of course, we have been using it like for half a year. Yeah, and I mean, we really enjoyed it every week, maybe 2 times, and then we sold it because we were moving out. We are not living here anymore. And yeah, it didn't have a hot tub, so we wanted one, and it did the job more or less, but it was still a lot of work, and it cost a lot. I mean, not extremely, but you have to think about, if you really plan to use something on the long term, I would highly recommend to invest a little bit more money and then integrate. If you have already a pool, then integrate it into your pool, because first thing is the chemicals are then balanced with the pool, and you don't have to worry about using it with 4 persons and then destroy the whole chemical. Won't be a problem. And also the heat up process with the large pool heater will be much faster, so you can come home and then decide, okay, let's jump into the hot tub, and that will definitely work. It will take just a really short time to heat the thing up when you have like a massive big pool heater with a heat pump. So for us, yeah, it was a temporary fix, temporary solution which worked. On the long term, I wouldn't buy something like that again. It was a nice experience. And also what I can really say, yeah, it's not working like a combination as a children pool during the day and hot tub during the night, because the temperature cannot be changed so fast. And by the way, I will put down the links to all the things which we have been buying, and also to the videos which I've already been producing on YouTube about that, down into the description, so you can check everything out and buy it right from here. I mean, we had a really good experience, I would say. Yeah, Intex is definitely a good brand regarding that. Even after half a year or a little bit more, the things were really still in good shape, and we have been able to sell that. So I think we can really recommend that. So I think that's it for now. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments or your own experience, would be really nice if you could leave a feedback down there. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.